Hello everyone, I am here today with a new process video and I am starting my New York album. I've already picked out that I want this paper for my opening page, but it is so busy. I'm a little worried about how to put this all together. And again, I wanted to show you the album. This is from Citrus Twist. And my goal is, hopefully, to fit both New York and Providence in here since they were part of the same trip. But I know myself, these albums get very, very chunky. So we'll see if it ends up being just New York or if I actually can fit both in there. We'll see. I'm going to move this out of the way and show you. I already have some New York things out and at the ready should I want to use them. I bought this a while ago and was it from Travel Scrappin' or Scrap My Trip? Maybe Scrap My Trip? I can't remember now. But it's all these die cuts of New York. Actually, these might actually be from these Creative Memories. Nope, Hip Kit Club. Sorry, Hip Kit Club. You know what? Can you tell it's early in the morning? Can't even speak. I haven't had my coffee yet. Let's have that for a moment. Maybe that will help make it going here. But I have a bunch of New York stuff together, and I was wondering, could I somehow, put like a piece of white cardstock or something there and then still use this, or is that way too busy against that background? So I don't know that that's going to get used right here. Maybe it will be elsewhere in the album. But then I have all of these border things too, which I like, but again, too busy. Maybe the gray would look nice in there. I'm not sure. It won't be any of these. I know that. Those are just extra papers I have that are New York themed. But then I also have a bag of stuff here. Like these embellishments are either specific to New York or there are things on them that could be for New York. I have this, which I really like that, but I don't know that that's going to work for an opening page necessarily. And then I have had these forever and I want to use them. And I think I'll be able to here because I did take the subway quite a bit. I took a couple of ferries and like this one, where is it here? This is Brooklyn Bridge right here. I actually went to the Brooklyn Bridge and walked it. I did go uptown. I was on Broadway. So like I'm hoping I can use a bunch of these, but maybe not all of those are appropriate for the front page again. And then I have this Skyline acrylic piece and I've used the same one in a different album a couple years ago. Bought a second one because I liked it so much, but the problem is it's too big. So I'd either have to snap off part of it or just hold it for an album that's got a 4x6 slot where this would actually fit. So there's all of that to consider. And then I still have a bag full of stickers, and these are all New York themed. I actually went to the Chrysler building, so I can use that one when I get there. But I've got some of those. I have 2 sets of these. Where's the one that I started? There it is. I'm like, I know I used some. So I have those. And then I also have this. This was a kit from Paper Person that I got a while ago and I've held on to it. And there's a bunch of different chipboard stickers, puffy stickers, ephemera in there as well. And it's all travel themed. So amongst all of these things, you think I could find something. But the challenge really is that this background is just so incredibly busy. So I wanted to just give this laser title a try to see what I thought. So I just put down the back side of a 3x4 card I have, just so I have something white, and then put this on there just to see. And I don't like it. It's way, way too busy with all of this. So I'm going to have to save that for something else, either for my trip to New York in November, or I can just put it on a different page. I'm not sure because I definitely like it. It just doesn't work there. It's just way, way too busy. So I still have the option that I could possibly use some of these. So I'll take those out next. Well, I'm kind of striking out here. I thought about using this one, but then I realized I kind of want this stuff to all show down here because this says Columbus. Got the circle here. I've got Broadway. And Bedford even. I don't want to cover those up with this. And I will lose potentially both of those depending on how I situate this. So I don't think I'm going to use that. However, I have lots of pictures of tall buildings, especially because I was in FIDI. So all those financial buildings and stuff I have used for skylines. Plus I have, you know, my Canada trip. I have other cities, even Chicago, where I could probably use some of these. So not going to feel too badly about that. I forgot that it also came with some little die cuts in the package, and I like never take taxis in New York City. It's been a long, long time since I've been in one, but maybe I can use this to liven this up somehow. So I think maybe I'm going to have to kind of have a strip in here somewhere like so, but not quite this wide. And maybe I can put the taxi on there, and I can just do NYC in stickers or something. I need to look through here because I know there are some things I can see them already that like say New York. So we'll see what's in there. I have some options here. When I was looking through all that stuff, I found out that in addition to this die cut, I also had this one in there. I also had this sticker, which again has a taxi, but it has the skyline and it says New York, which I like. And actually the colors would work really well with this. And then I had these two pieces in there. If it'll let me pick this up. There we go. I did not go to the Statue of Liberty this time, but obviously it's New York. Everybody knows it's there, so I could use that, and the color actually works quite nicely. And then I have this. I assume this is supposed to be the Empire State Building, and I didn't go there this time either, but I have been there. We all know it's there. It's in the skyline. So I might like layer those somehow. And could I do something like this even? And then in here, I do have, I think I'm up to 4 now. 4 stamp sets for New York that I could also use. So the more I look at this, I think this is actually supposed to be the Chrysler Building. And it is actually kind of gray silver. And I went to the Chrysler Building this time. So I think maybe that's a sign that I need to use it. So I can layer these. This is a better option simply because it's smaller than this. And I actually like this shade of yellow better, that it's lighter. But I could also do this. But I like the idea of stamping. I know that I have a couple big like NYC or New York City, you know, phrases in my stamps. So I think that might actually be the way to go. I cut the white piece down to 2 1/4 inches. So it started at 3 and now it's at 2 1/4. I like that better. And I think I'm going to do something like this. I like the fact that the top of the building like goes over, it overlaps onto the other paper, but I can still use this. And then I have all of these stamp sets. I do have 4 for New York. And I'm contemplating using this one that just says New York City. I like this one. I'm in a New York state of mind. I think that might be too busy, but I do like it. I always have this honker. You can see I've used that several times. So actually I'd like not to use that if I could. I even thought about maybe this one. But I also want to fit dates in there somehow, and I haven't quite figured out how to do that. And on this one, I actually don't like any of these. For this, and you can see like this is a brand new set. I haven't even used this one since I've had it. So I'll probably break it in at some point, or maybe I used only this one. I'm sure I'll use them throughout the album, but for now, that's not going to work. So really it's figuring out what fits in this space. Okay, so I have all of this put together. But of course, once I put it down, I realized, shoot, I should have waited to glue that down because I feel like I need washi or something up here. Like the border here is nicely defined because of this stuff, but up here, I feel like that white is, I don't know, I just don't like it. So I grabbed 2 different yellow washis I have here. I think they would both be fine. This is probably a little closer to the taxi color. This is a little bit darker, but I like them both. And this one's thinner, but I could tuck part of this behind there if I wanted to use the wider one. And then I found this in my stash of like half-used tabs. And at first I thought, oh, I want to tuck it back here. But if I have washi there, that's not going to work. That's yellow on yellow. But then I thought maybe I could actually like attach it behind here as a tab and just write March 2024 on it and then let it stick out. So I'm thinking maybe that's what I'm going to go with here. I put some washi on there, and you know what? I tried this one, and hopefully the camera picks this up. This thing, I could not even get it started. It was so annoying, and it just ripped all over the place. I hate it when washi does that. I don't remember where I got this or what brand it is, but I'm not happy with it because it was a total pain in the butt to try to work with that. So I finally gave up and decided, you know what? This is close enough in color. I'm just going to use that. So there it is, and I actually like it. I think it's a nice contrast because then I can go back to this lighter shade up here, and I feel like those will all work together. Shoot, now that I see that, that looks too high up, doesn't it? That's super high. Crap. Can I still tuck it under here with the other yellow? Will that be weird? What if I did it like that? You know what? That's not too bad. Okay, maybe I'll just leave it there. I did adhere that back there. And you know what? I actually don't mind the placement. I thought it would have been cool to have it hang off the top, but this is just fine. So here is my opening page for New York. Thanks for watching.